What's going on, guys? Hey, we're back. We got another spicy video, man. I found a bunch of clips. Dude, there's so much footage coming out of not only the Ukraine-Russia war, but also I've been noticing a lot out of the Middle East. And not regarding, I don't know if you would, yeah, I would consider it Middle East, Pakistan and the BLA. Yeah, that's the Middle East. So not even referring to Iran and the USA, but this other conflict between Pakistan and this terrorist group. From my understanding, I don't know a ton about the conflict, but they're using a lot of drones, a lot of dropper drones. So I'm gonna make a full video on that with the footage I've found. These videos, it's kind of a random. It's a not a collaboration. A like a what's the word? Compilation of a kind of a bunch of random clips that just recently happened here in Ukraine, including these two Russians trying to casualty evacuate each other, getting collateraled by the same drone. You love to see it. So we're going to watch this. You guys, please do me a favor, like, share, subscribe. We are on the road to 50,000 subs, man. We're screaming up there. We're moving. Let's get to that 50,000, man. I really appreciate you guys' help and support every day on this channel, man. We have such a cool community with awesome members and that come to Discord and chat. We talk about all kinds of stuff: recruitment in Ukraine, military gear, the war, different wars, you name it, man. So jump in the Discord if you're not already. We also keep our uncensored footage over there for our members, so any of this stuff I have to blur is over there for it's all nasty and stuff in its full rawness over there. All right, guys, let's get after it. Let's first one, like I said, I named it Collateral. I'm gonna keep the audio off on most of these so we don't get copyright striked, and I'll put some music over it. Let's go. Maybe they're not Kazi backing each other, but they do something here where they put their arms over each other. Wham! Oh my god, dude, it's instantaneous. Like they both just go thump on their faces, no movement. Oh no, actually, that guy, the other guy's moving a little bit. So I want to be clear, man, because we've talked about this in a lot of these videos, but any human life is being lost is a travesty. It's a tragedy, right? But these are Russian invaders, so they're not human. I'm just kidding, kind of. No, but in all reality, man, I've been on. Thank God I haven't been hit directly by an FPV, but I've been on the receiving end of drone drops, FPV drones, where I've gotten a concussion. I had to get blood sweeped. My team had to like put me down, take my vest off, sweep me because they thought for sure I would have some penetrating injuries. I've been on I've been this guy. I just been lucky enough, or I've been these guys. I've just been lucky enough not to get hit, right? And it's awful. But at the end of the day, these guys signed a contract to come into a free, sovereign, democratic nation and rape and pillage and murder its people. So yes, when I laugh at something like this, it's it's brutal, it's harsh, but don't come to a country and do this to its people, man. It's I and I'm sure a lot of you guys would react the same way if you were watching videos of the people who came into your country and did despicable things, right? Imagine they came into the USA and there are videos everywhere of them murdering American citizens and burning down their homes and towns and doing bad things to their women and children sexually. You would love to watch these kinds of videos, right? Most of you guys actually already do, but all right, I'll shut up. So that was our Collateral video. Beautiful start. I've got everything here. So let's go. I've got kind of an order in my head. Kupiansk clearing. No audio. So this is also like a compilation of videos of the retaking of Kupiansk, which happened earlier this year, and this is Hartia Brigade. I believe Hartia is now a corps, but Hartia is interesting. They're foreigner attaché. They're foreigner part of Hartia is primarily Spanish speakers. but they're very effective. And a lot of these guys in this video, you'll hear them when they're fighting, when there's not just music playing over it. They're speaking Spanish. We got Brazilians, Colombians, Peruvians. This was a huge testament to this. Just some weird beeping noise outside. Huge testament to the better Spanish-speaking units and how well they can operate, because they took back. They're responsible for the primary take back of Kupiansk. We watched some of these clips. They haven't released all the full footage yet. Hopefully they will soon. It could be because some of these positions are currently occupied by friendly forces that are in the full footage, because they're still fighting in Kupiansk right now, which is crazy. It's 2026. I was in Kupiansk in March of 2023. I was in a tree line. I wasn't in the in the trenches. I wasn't in the city, but they hadn't even made it to the city yet. Now they're in the city, but it's 3 years later, dude. 3.5 years later. Like, my grandma could have taken that much territory. This is an MRAP that gets hit by an FPV from Loot Brigade, the Fury Brigade.
Стой, 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 стой! Стой, седай назад! Седай назад! Назад седай! Сели все! Давай, давай!
So SOP says if you get hit, you get out, because typically the vehicle's disabled, but the vehicle was still alive. So the driver's like, wait, everybody get back in, let's go.
Передай Джексону! Реверс! Битка закрита, парень! Реверс, реверс! Плюс, плюс!
So I put this in here for a couple of reasons. Number one, because during a mission we were that I was on, our vehicle was disabled. We were in a M113 armored personnel carrier, and it was disabled as we were evacuating from position. They picked us up from an operation that we were on for the last about 4 days. And so our driver team picked us up. We were on our way back, and we were in a little town, not even a town, it's a very small village. When our vehicle was disabled, it could no longer turn. So we were just driving straight. We got to a part of the village. You can no longer go straight. You'd have to drive through a house, right? So we evacuated the vehicle. As we evacuated the vehicle, an FPV flew into the back of our the hatch that drops down on the M113s and completely disabled the armored vehicle. So we were stuck down in a basement for a while in this random village, and we didn't have very good comms, and this village was getting pounded by artillery and drones. So we weren't able to get comms all the way back to our TOC very well, our command center, but Loot Brigade were in the same AO, and they heard our comms, and they were in an MRAP, just like this, Loot Brigade's MRAP. And we start hearing honking outside. We're like, what the hell is that? So we start peeking up, and it's Loot, and they're like, Davai, Davai, come on. So they literally came to us to get us. It's crazy. They must have seen our armored vehicle blown up and on fire and stuff. And so on their way back, they saw that, and they were like, they picked up the comms. And anyways, MRAPs are able to take comfortably 8 people. 8 people. We had about 17 in the MRAP. It was awful, crazy, but we were alive, no injuries, and we were able to get out of there. So shout out to Loot Brigade, man. These guys are awesome. It was Loot or Lubart. Loot or Lubart. I might be confusing the two, but either way, they're both really solid brigades. All right. These ones right here, you guys, not safe for work. These are the ones that I put in the Discord for our members because they're just brutal. Oh, this is just a random compilation. I remember some of this footage from the early days in the war, and you can tell by the way they're fighting here out in the open how these positions are not directly in the Posadkas. You can tell that this was, 2022, 2023. Like, you can't fight like this anymore. And not that close together, that many infantrymen that close together, and then with no overhead cover. No. That ship sailed in like the end of 2023, beginning of 2024. So all kinds of stuff. I mean, this is probably all over different parts of Ukraine. It didn't even tell me what unit this was, but just cool little compilation. This is, I can tell by some of the clips that this is SSO because we've seen some of these clips in the SSO footage. Dude, this guy's just launching everything. He's mortaring RPG rounds. Nice reload. Another one. It takes quite a bit of practice to reload like that with one hand while holding your spent mag while in combat. All right, captured Russians, good deal. This I couldn't figure out, dude. I watched it 100 times. So somewhere right here, and it looks like probably right here, but you'll see what I'm saying, why this is confusing. There's a Russian truck that hits a landmine, but the scale is off here. If that was actually the truck, that would be the size of like a tactical nuke, dude. So I can't get it. Right before it goes off, there's movement at the front of the alleged truck right here. It's possible, I guess, man. I mean, I'm being dramatic by saying tactical nuke, but that could have been like 4 anti-tank mines or something. Either way, I mean, it just evaporates that vehicle. Plus, it's not moving. I don't know. This one confused the hell out of me. I can usually decipher it, even when it's like not great quality footage, but that one I couldn't figure out. All right, look at this booby trap, man. I believe this is a foreigner too, actually. Hold on, it's loud, guys. Ears.
You good? Are you okay?
Yeah, you good?
Yeah. RGD.
So let's watch this again. I don't know if it's this foot or this foot, but he hits a tripwire. And when you hear that pop, that's the fuse of he said it was an RGD, which is frag grenade, little Soviet style frag grenade. It's the fuse of the frag going off. and then the fuse burns down to what this seems like a 3-second fuse. Let's listen. Maybe a little longer.
Good? Are you okay? Yeah, you good? Yeah. RGD.
Insane, dude. We talk, especially in the past, we've talked a lot about booby traps and mines because the Russians were, and they still do stuff like this, obviously, but the Russians were really good at. That guy looks familiar, actually. Making makeshift booby traps, whether it be just these tripwire style booby traps, or they do things in like a can of soda or energy drink, right? And they'll rig it to where if someone steps on it, kicks it, something like that, it'll explode. Actually, most recently, what we've seen is the Russians dropping water to Ukrainian units, pretending to be like a Ukrainian supply drop, right? Because that's how we would get our water and food on extended missions, is via drone drops. And the Russians will drop poisoned water to the Ukrainian infantrymen, who are extremely thirsty, most likely, and thinking, "Oh wow, we didn't get notified we were getting a drop, but hey, we got water." Pound this water and it's poison. So they're always doing these dirty tactics like that. I mean, that's especially dirty. Poisoning the water is crazy. So this is Russian. If the FPV must not have gone off. Must have been a dud. But you could see from right there how quick and easy it is for these people to just be eliminated. Or if you're in this position, how quick and easy it is for you to just, boop, there you go, you're gone. Boom, look, he turns to his right, it's already too late, dude. If this thing hit, bam, he's not even off the ATV yet. It looked like it may have been a little bit behind the ATV, but still, dude, that would have, at the very least, wounded him severely. Booby trap, foreigners fighting. All right, here's the Mothership boats. This is something that's really cool. Let's watch. It doesn't show exactly that these are the Mothership boats. I'm sorry, yeah, it does. Right here. That's it right there, I believe. So these are unmanned, these are drone boats that have like cargo cabins in it with FPVs. And this drone boat acts as a relay between the FPV's ground stations, their signals, like their signal centers, acts as a relay. So they can use these FPVs further because they're being relayed via this medium, this boat. But it's a drone carrying drones to blow up most likely other drones or people or vehicles. So now these are the FPVs that were inside, currently working. This is Crimea. If you've been paying attention, Crimea is almost completely severed from mainland Russia, logistics and supplies and resource wise. But anytime I see some brand new drone tech like that, which it was brand new last time we watched this, which was probably a couple weeks ago. First time we saw this, I mean, a similar version. Sorry, it's windy out here. But any type of mothership drone is just super cool to me. Wait, who is this? "13th Air Assault." Look how close they are, dude. Ukrainians right there, Russians right there. I mean, this is close air support. Dude. Those are all infantry kills too. It's it's cool to see because we've talked so much about how drones and infantry work hand in hand, and in a lot of cases now, before, when drones used to be a supporting element to infantry, now it seems like infantry is a supporting element to drones, and that's almost what we're seeing here. This kind of looks more like an equivalent equivalent share of the workload, if you will, because you're seeing infantrymen right here who are obviously suppressing or looking for this guy, and then the drone takes him out. And then there's probably some units that the infantry is taking out, and the drone is suppressing, right, or vice versa. So, but this is how drone and infantry work has become so lethal. This tandem collaboration of work. 82nd Brigade Apache unit. Oh, little pig orc. Orc pig. Oh, another orc pig. A pork, if you will. That must be a pork home. Pork house. You know, there's this common stereotype, but it's stereotype because in this case it's very real that drones, infant, basically anybody on the front line that's moving past the front to Russian positions, the most telltale sign of a Russian position is trash and debris everywhere, because they just throw their pee bottles out, and they throw their trash, their MRE packs. They don't care. If you notice, um, I mean, I'm sure this is the case in some Ukrainian positions as well, but oftentimes Ukrainians will try to bury that stuff to mask their signature, as anybody should. But the porks don't care. What do we? Oh, we're at 24 minutes, guys. All right, we'll leave it at that for now. I've got so much of this content, you guys. So I'm gonna make a few more videos of this. Please, again, like, share, subscribe. Appreciate all your support. I love you guys. We'll see you in the next video.